Welcome to Treasures from the Vault. Today is another Unboxed edition. We're going to be going a little bit vintage with this one, and we're going to be going back all the way to the early 1990s to open this box of 1991-92 Pro Set Series 2. In the 1990s, they were one of the first that really hit the market hard. They were part of the big boom of the early 90s. I'm going to bring out the saber-tooth for this. This guy was very popular in my last video, so I figured I'd bring it out. Because this box doesn't have the film, the seal, I can open it very easily right now. But just for effect, let's bring out the first pack. Actually, these packs are pretty beautiful. If you take a look at them, they are silver. They are, foil sealed. 1991-92 was the 75th anniversary of the NHL. So you got that beautiful logo there on the card. So for the very first pack, because I'm not unsealing a box, I'm not unsealing plastic or stickers of a sealed box, I will just cut through this very first pack here with my trusty saber-tooth. And we're going to take a look. Now, the way that they produce cards, actually the photography was pretty solid, even for the 1990s. If you think back, way back when, there were some instant win cards that I'm expecting probably one of these a pack. At the very least, you could have got a whole 10 cents off per pack. Now think about what the value of that is. And if you filled out the Rink Rat fan club that's on the front of this, you could have got some extra merchandise and everything. Back in the early 90s, I did not fill out any of these. Granted, I certainly was hoping for some instant wins. The photography is actually quite nice. This is Chris King, top card of the top pack, here with the New York Rangers. All in all, a pretty solid photography. The card stock, pretty nice. Nothing wrong with it. Nice sharp corners, nice clean surface, a really nice action shot. And then when you look on the back, you see all the statistics of the player in hand. But I'm going to be looking for some rookie card. This box is actually about a $25 box. Even a few years ago, this was maybe a $5 or $10 box. And after 2020, the value of some of this 90s stuff has increased. The common card is worth about 5 to 15 cents. And then some of the top players, you might actually hit $1. It's kind of one of those, but it's still a fun product. Here's Daryl Shannon with Winnipeg Jets, 1990s era, of course. Okay, so this is part of the set, but here's a captain card. So this is Doug Wilson. They also had a couple of fun Hockey Hall of Fame style of cards. This one is actually a Howie Morenz memorial game. Howie Morenz passing away way too young. And they had a memorial game, which was an all-star game in front of the card. You can take a look, and right in this top corner, you will see the original Hockey Hall of Fame logo. A little bit different today, but a very cool card. So I focused in on two of the rookie cards. Now, very good players. I believe both of them are in the United States Hockey Hall of Fame. So John LeClair, here as a rookie with the Montreal Canadiens. He did help win the Stanley Cup with the Canadiens back in 1993. And we also have Tony Amonte. He had a fantastic career. And once again, I believe he is in the USA Hockey Hall of Fame. Here's a captain, Joe Nieuwendyk, here with the Calgary Flames. He is now in the Hockey Hall of Fame. And then they even had these little tips. Hockey is for everyone. It is not new in terms of that statement, but this is a smart play card. This actually features Calgary Flame, at the time anyways, Jim Kite. Interesting fact about Kite, he is the first legally deaf player to play in the NHL. All right. What I also love about this set is the 75th anniversary. There was a lot of, it was kind of the first time they really brought out some third jerseys. Here's a beautiful example. This time it's a Chicago Blackhawk. This is Mike Hudson. You know, the red, black, and white striped style of Blackhawks jersey. Fan favorite in Toronto, Wendell Clark. Beautiful captain jersey, or captain card. He's wearing, of course, the C, and you can see the vintage style of a Leaf logo on that. We got some leaders cards. We're back to the NHL, or the Winnipeg Jets here. Bob Essenza, he was one of the lowest goals against averages in the league that year. Here's a nice Detroit Red Wing, Brad Marsh. He was an all-star defenseman, but probably earlier in his career with the Philadelphia Flyers. But beautiful card. You can see that third jersey, that red and white striped jersey, absolutely gorgeous. This is actually the most valuable card in the set. This is a captain card of Wayne Gretzky. Well, if you know hockey, you know Wayne Gretzky. And this card happens to be worth a whopping $1.50. Nick Lidstrom. This is actually a plus-minus leaders for rookies. And this is one of the other most valuable cards in the in this whole set. This is worth $1. This is a rookie year Nick Lidstrom card. Scott Niedermayer, Hockey Hall of Famer. For his era, one of the best defensemen in the league. ProSet says it's a rookie card, but because Pavel Bure was featured in the Upper Deck set from 1990-91, it's not a true rookie card. However, he was a rookie during the 91-92 season. Another San Jose Shark, Brian Lawton. Interesting fact about him, he was the first US-born player to ever be drafted first overall in the NHL. Another valuable card of the era, Mario Lemieux. This is one of his captain cards. So Mario Lemieux, amazing player. Now here's a fun card. Dave Talon. Dave Talon. He is not in the Hockey Hall of Fame, but when during expansion, when both Vancouver and Buffalo joined the league, there was literally a draw. See, we still technically have the Minnesota North Stars on this one. They changed the jersey. Yeah, absolutely. They changed the jersey to the Star logo, and then they ended up moving to Dallas a short time later. Mark Messier right there with the Rangers. This, of course, was a few years before 1994, so he hadn't won the cup with the Rangers yet, but still a captain and highly respected captain. They ended up putting a Perreault card in here as well. Gilbert Perreault is in the Hockey Hall of Fame. Had an absolutely brilliant career. He helped lead the Sabres to the Stanley Cup Finals during the 1970s. This was one I was hoping to see. Dominik Hasek. This is a rookie card of Dominik Hasek. When the Czechoslovakia came out of communism, were able to play in the NHL for the first time without having to defect. Dominik Hasek was a member of the Chicago Blackhawks. He was not there very long. He got traded and ended up in Buffalo, and eventually won a Stanley Cup with the Detroit Red Wings. All right, another interesting rookie card, Vladimir Konstantinov. Now, Vladimir Konstantinov, with Detroit, they were one of the first teams that really embraced a lot of the Russian players post-communism. He was a bruising defenseman, and he helped win he helped the Detroit Red Wings win the Stanley Cup in 1997. It was during some Stanley Cup celebrations. He was in a limo celebrating when the limo driver crashed the limo And unfortunately, Konstantinov's career was over at that point. He suffered severe head injuries. Hockey Hall of Famer right here, one of those smart play cards. This is Patrick Roy. If you're a goaltender fan, Montreal fan, everyone knows Patrick Roy. And of course, so does everyone in Colorado, as he helped lead the Avalanche to a couple cups as well. Here's an early card, not a rookie card, but an early card of Rod Brind'Amour. He helped them win the Stanley Cup, or Carolina Hurricanes win the Stanley Cup in 2006. Selke winner, fantastic defensive forward. He started his career with St. Louis. Now we got the official rookie card of Nick Lidstrom. The other one was League Leaders. But like that League Leaders card, this one is also worth $1. So Nick Lidstrom rookie card. Brendan Shanahan, Hockey Hall of Famer right there. This was right after he signed with St. Louis. Grant Fuhr, one of the best goaltenders of his era, Hockey Hall of Famer. Of course, Edmonton Oiler legend. But even after he left Edmonton, he had some amazing seasons, probably more so in St. Louis, but absolutely a fantastic goaltender. You know, here's a fan favorite in Buffalo, Brad May, first round draft pick with the Buffalo Sabres. Super nice guy, fan favorite in Buffalo, similar to those Gilbert Perreault and Dave Talon cards. Here's a Rod Gilbert card. He is in the Hockey Hall of Fame. A couple of years ago, he unfortunately passed away, but Rod Gilbert. And then another one of those Hall of Fame style cards, Phil Esposito. Phil Esposito. Just seeing some of these old teams, like, you know, here's a John Kordic card. He was an enforcer back in the day. Unfortunately, he did not live long, but Quebec Nordique card. Fan favorite over here, Vancouver Canuck, Gino Odjick. He was another enforcer. Oh, absolutely amazing goaltender for Vancouver, Kirk McLean. He helped lead the Canucks to the 1994 Stanley Cup Finals. Sportscasters and broadcasters, Nick Kypreos. This is one of his earliest cards. His rookie card was in the 90-91 set. Absolutely fantastic player throughout his career. Brent Sutter, part of the infamous Sutter family, where 6 members or 6 brothers played in the NHL. Kevin Dineen, he got a start in Hartford, but Kevin Dineen had a pretty spectacular career. Another goalie rookie card, Jim Waite, or Jimmy Waite. He's gone on to coaching since his career finished. And a captain card, Philadelphia Flyer, Rick Tocchet. So this would have been before the trade to Pittsburgh, where he helped win the Stanley Cup for the Penguins in '93. Here's a leader, and in terms of goals against average, Don Beaupre. Don Beaupre was a pretty solid goaltender. In the 1980s, he started with the Minnesota North Stars. U.S. Hockey Hall of Famer, John Van Beesbroek. He won the Vezina with the Rangers back in the 80s. He actually became pretty famous. He was part of the Florida Panthers expansion draft, that is, and he helped lead the Panthers to the Stanley Cup Finals in 1996. Not his rookie card, but his second-year card, Jeremy Roenick. He's a Hockey Hall of Famer. Here's another great role player throughout his career, pretty solid. I would guess second, third line player for most of his career, Steve Thomas. And here's a Hockey Hall of Famer, Pat LaFontaine. This is his Buffalo, probably one of his first Buffalo Sabres cards after getting traded to the Sabres by the New York Islanders. One of the best defensemen of all time here, Ray Bourque. He would eventually win the Stanley Cup, but only in 2001 after he got traded to the Colorado Avalanche the year before. Notorious tough guy right here, Ty Domi. His rookie card is in the 90-91 year. Jim Pack, interesting tidbit here. He is the first Korean-born player to ever win the Stanley Cup. Another Hockey Hall of Famer, Steve Yzerman, Detroit Red Wing legend. Some of those fun Hockey Hall of Fame cards here. It kind of shows the old regiment of training camp back in the day. Nowadays, players have to be in shape all year round. One of the winningest goaltenders of all time, Curtis Joseph, here with the St. Louis Blues. Here's a rookie for you, Pat Falloon. Now, he was the number 2 pick after Eric Lindros. Dave Manson here with the Edmonton Oilers, a notorious enforcer. Here's another interesting player, Link Gates. He was an enforcer. His, and I'm going to have to post this, his draft picture, the day that he got drafted in the NHL by the Minnesota North Stars, he had black eyes. So, yeah, the enforcing didn't stay on the ice. That was Link Gates. This was a great role player throughout his entire career, Stu Barnes. Well, here's another Hall of Famer. One of the last guys to not wear a helmet, Rod Langway. Another amazing player throughout his career, Kirk Muller. He was a star forward at times. I believe he was even a captain at times. Here he is with the Montreal Canadiens. Final pack of this box. Do I have the set? Hard to say. Based upon the number of cards, I should. But based upon the card collation in terms of how many cards or doubles or extras of the same card contained within it, there's definitely no guarantee. And we got Sarin here. Hey, Sarin. Yeah. All right. Here's another one of those Hall of Fame cards. This time it's Bernie Federko. His most prominent time was with the St. Louis Blues. And that's it. So there we have it. 36 packs, 15 cards per pack. A lot of rookies, a lot of fun cards in here. It's you know, it's a fun set. It's great to look back at. You know, between the league leaders cards, captain cards, original 6 style. On that note, thank you for joining me for this box break. I hope you enjoyed coming down nostalgic lane with me. And hey, who knows? If you got any Pro Set hats, I may be intrigued. It would be fun to wear one of these days, just for, you know, and giggles. But thank you for joining me once again. Thanks again, and until next time.